It's race week.
Huh? Yeah, it's race week. Yeah, it's race week.
This week?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not.
At the time of this recording.
No, it's not.
At the time of this recording, it's not race week, but at the time of this publishing,
It's race week.
it's race week.
Kwanza tena sikanishikanisha.
Mimi naona sawa by the
Anyway. So welcome yet again to another episode of the Pitboard discussions. This is your summer break episode. We know you guys have been waiting for it because kuna wase kwa group wamekuwa na wengine wamekuwa kikuja in pseudos. Guys have been coming in pseudos. Hey, was the episode released under the water? What is happening? Nah, we didn't release the episode. We were just waiting for you guys to go and enjoy your summer break so that we can drop this episode during race week. Now, as you may very well know,
we call it summer break here. You know, it's been very cold here.
Pool party. Somebody cue Vibes Cartel. But huku sahi Kenya pool party wezi happen. You know, the weather is...
It's not summer break for us.
It's there's a guy who said lawyers wameingia Nairobi. That's why the weather is looking the way it's looking.
Okay.
Kwani, have you guys erased all crickets? It's been a minute.
Wewe ni kama tutakupeleka na jamaa wako fulani. Anyway, I'm your boy is a trouble one himself, Pitboard discussions host, and to my left,
Mushiri the start man.
My co-host number 1, and to my right,
Hey Dan.
ni kama tutakupea mix.
It's been a minute.
Ni kama tutakupea mix ukae nayo.
Yes, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Point. Tutakupatia mix tu ukae nayo.
I'm done.
Are you done or are you done?
Both. Done.
Done. So, summer break. First things first. How is your summer break so far?
I've been watching a lot of tennis. That's it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anything interesting?
Anything interesting? Just coming to realization that Mzee Djokovic, he is getting old. Mm-hmm. If he doesn't perform in the US Open, that's a chapter I'll close and move on to the next guy.
How many
He's your Ricardo, yeah?
I was actually about to ask him, how many chapters are you closing? You closed the Ricardo chapter, you closed the Alonso chapter, now you're closing the Federer. Djokovic chapter.
Yeah. See, it's part of life.
Part of life.
Yeah.
Okay, I concur. What about you?
It's I wish it was longer. I wish someone would take me out of this McLaren misery. I can't believe we're about to go back into watching races and seeing them like run away with this thing.
But that's what you have been doing in the first half of the season.
You know, I'm getting some...
Come on, just call the 2025 season done.
I'm getting some elements of hypocrisy here. Because when these guys were dominating, hapa siku anakaa na amani. There was no peace. He just wanted violence. Nikikuja tu hapa ilikuwa tu Max has dominated 20 plus seconds. Ilikuwa tu, that was what was going on. Now that the McLarens are doing it.
The sport is boring now. Isn't it?
See what I'm talking about?
Also, 2023 was actually boring, if you think about it.
But it was a remarkable year.
This is not revisionism. Sasa ndio mnarudi by the ilikuwa boring. But when it was happening,
it was of course
it was happening.
Even in hindsight, when I look at it, it wasn't boring for me. Like watching like if Max will win 10 races in a row, it kept me on the edge of my seat.
I was almost suffering because actually I've been suffering since the ground effect errors came into effect. Like I haven't seen my team challenge convincingly. I've seen them challenge, but not convincingly. They've never challenged convincingly. Like, just when the Red Bull era was coming to an end, I expected the second best team to step up and get the job done. What did they do? The fumbling. They got the GOAT. They got the greatest of all time to join the team. And we had everybody talking about how, new dawn, new era. You remember even the first photo. 7 doors,
how many
8 windows.
Okay, so we are straight into Ferrari topic, yeah?
No, I'm just talking about the Hamilton. 7 doors, 8 windows. Uko na haraka pia wewe. Uko na haraka. Anyway, 7 doors, 8 windows, the window for the 8th of the championship na.
And I told you guys, you and asparagus guys, you know the asparagus, you're a Leo, you're a Cancer, I don't know. I'm neck and neck. Because what the hell, man? You guys already calling it. He's there to get his 8th.
Nah, but my expectations were tempered. If you really think about it, my expectations were tempered. I don't know if you guys were seeing how I was reacting.
No, on the group you were just off the rails. No one could tell you anything.
Hype.
Stop the cap.
And now when things are finally settling.
I don't know why you're surprised. That's always been the case.
I'm not surprised because I expected this to happen. You don't remember when we were even having that discussion whereby who will outperform the other, Charles or Lewis, and I was talking about how
I'm talking
Charles
about Ferrari's situation.
Yeah, I knew McLaren's will be
No. Leave
tough nut to
McLaren.
crack.
No, we're talking about the Ferrari situation.
Okay, yeah. I didn't expect it to be this. I wouldn't even call it underwhelming.
What?
It's below underwhelming. Like if we have a graph or we have a measure.
Okay.
We have the
Than last year and the previous year.
Last year was more underwhelming because last year we struggled before we get that. We struggled before we could even get that race win. Last year, Cindy Carlos alikuwa na wipe the floor with Charles at the beginning of the year. Then Charles got a grip on things and he started now delivering towards the end of the year.
Okay.
Last year was even worse.
And you guys might finish the season without a win.
Don't you dare bring up China.
We already
Don't you dare.
China's
We already have a
Don't you dare.
we already have a win. What
Don't you dare, boy.
What are you talking about?
Hey.
As per the last race, who won the last race? Was it Lando? Lando won the last race, the Hungarian GP, and he cut the gap to Oscar Piastri to just 9 points.
God damn.
9 points. Now, for some, this might be like, the championship is lost. Oscar is running away with it. But to people like me, I'm looking beyond the surface. I'm looking beneath it. I'm trying to, you say, mimi na watu wa?
Asparagus.
Tuko hapa. Yeah, so I'm trying to join the dots for you.
You read the stars.
Yeah, I'm trying to read the stars.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Lando has a DNF. Yes?
Yeah.
Canada. They had a collision with Oscar Piastri, his teammate.
He missed that opportunity, man.
He missed that opportunity. He has a DNF and he's only 9 points behind. What does that tell you?
Well,
He probably regrets not taking Oscar.
Out with him.
Also, the spin Oscar had in Australia, I think he got away with a single point.
But that's the thing, though. When Oscar messed, he got away with something. When Lando messed, he got away with nothing. And now it's reflecting itself in the championship because now the 9 points is something, it's a huge gap because, okay, it's not really a huge gap.
It's not really huge.
Yeah.
Bro.
But seeing as they're only competing for P1 and P2, P1 and P2 is being exchanged between the two of them. 25-18. Oh, that's 7.
Yeah. We are talking if the tables are turned at Zandvoort, and I think Zandvoort is a Norris track, we might see that gap.
What happened last year at Zandvoort, if you remember?
Zandvoort. See, the McLaren did their thing. They just remember Norris overtaking Verstappen.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. Hey, ebu kwanza tujue sahi, who are you rooting for in the championship currently? Max is not in the picture.
Lando,
Of course,
or
Max.
Oscar. Lando between Lando and Oscar.
Yeah, it's only two.
Hey, I'll sleep well at night when Oscar takes his thing.
Okay.
I can't stand a Lando.
I'm in the Lando camp. I'm in the Lando camp. But I'm just...
In the Lando camp too.
When? Since when?
While you were away.
Who? Him or me?
You are the one last year. Lando no wins. You were busy chanting every episode.
There's a very
Lando
fine
no
line
wins.
between love and hate.
Okay.
There's a very fine line. Unajua kwanza the Australians. I have a problem with the Australians. Let me talk about it. I have a problem with the Australians. The Australians ni kama wamesense Piastri will win that championship. They've tasted it. Australia is home to some very fishy animals. I didn't mean it that way, but they've sensed
Kangaroo is a fishy animal.
some fishy animals. They've sensed the Lando win. I mean, they've sensed an Oscar Piastri championship win, and they've started naming grandstands after him.
But why not?
So that's the reason
Albert
why.
Park.
So that's the reason why you are on Lando's side.
No. That's not the reason why I'm on Lando's side. Oh, you want the reason why I'm on Lando's side? The reason why I'm on Lando's
curious,
side
man.
is because, listen, this guy's been through the ringer. This guy's been... I'll tell you a scare story. But listen, for the guys who are supporting Oscar, the reason why I'm supporting Lando, this guy has been through the ringer. This guy has been with McLaren in development. McLaren was a box that was barely making it to Q2. a few years back, if I'm not wrong. And Lando
and Oscar was not there.
And Oscar was not there. Lando was their project child. They brought in guys like Fernando Alonso, Daniel Ricciardo, and these guys. And Lando kept, dominating them. And, he helped. The McLaren car you're seeing right now has been developed mostly.
So he deserves it more.
Mostly
He
by
deserves-
Lando's
it-
contribution.
it's
It's not about deserving.
Calling BS.
It's about who are you rooting for. It's not about deserving.
Calling BS on that.
Deserving, you go on track, you prove your point. But if I'm supporting somebody, I'm supporting him because I have some history with him.
So according to you, why is like Oscar? What would you say? Why is Oscar ahead in points?
Oscar is ahead in points because Lando has made some mistakes.
So it's
Mistakes which he can still recover from. They're not done and dusted mistakes. They're not set in stone mistakes. He can still recover from them. I mean, like we've just talked about it right now. This guy has a 9-point gap from the lead, and he crashed. He has a DNF.
okay.
So this is a guy that's a manageable, deficit. And I said one thing a few episodes back. I don't know if you're there on that episode because you've only missed one episode. I said Oscar and Lando. It's a really interesting dynamic, and it will get to a point whereby each camp is now battle lines are drawn, and it's about who will actually make the first mistake. Now, one thing I did say though is Lando has now known the importance of making sure Oscar is not ahead of him at qualifying.
Yeah.
So when it comes to I mentioned that.
Yeah, but it's rather obvious.
No.
At
At the start of the year, they were just exchanging polls, and you take this one, I'll take that one. You take this one, I'll take
That's
that
how
one.
you see it.
But it got to a point where now Lando had to get his head out of whatever he said, and make sure first thing, step one, he's not out qualifying me, because once Oscar is ahead of you, overtaking him is a problem. That's
or
something
anybody
Lando's
for
already.
that matter.
No, Oscar is an aggressive defender.
Overtaking a McLaren is a problem for anybody.
I mean,
For everybody.
Max, which race was it? Max turn one alimwambia wewe sikiza.
Imola.
Imola.
And I was really waiting for that part because it was a sequence of races where like Oscar Piastri had alikuwa anaambia Lando Norris, we tulia hapo nyuma. Now this one, Max was immediately behind him, and everybody was now waiting for that showdown.
Even the sprint race at Spa.
Yeah, we were waiting to.
Oh yeah, that was
They started
so sweet.
complaining,
That was
and
so
we started
sweet.
seeing cracks in the Oscar Piastri armor because it was. I mean, this is Max again. We're talking about. That's what I'm saying. There's a select group
What
of
is it
drivers
about
around-
Piastri do you think he has over Lando? I don't think Piastri is a better driver.
Nothing. He has nothing over Lando.
But he is ahead in points. There is something he must be doing different than Lando.
No, it's not that he has something over Lando. It's that Lando has messed up under pressure.
So you can say he deals with pressure better than Lando.
Not really.
He used to. Sorry. Lando used to suffer under pressure.
Yes.
But I think, I don't know what his mental coach did, but there's something...
Clicked.
Something clicked.
Yeah.
Also, I
you
need to
think
mention...
he has come off that nini? Lando has come off that.
Yeah. Also to mention, beginning this year, Lando had problems with the car. He wasn't getting the front end
The feel.
Yeah. And since McLaren revised their front suspension, that is when now Lando has actually been taking the fight to Oscar.
Yes.
So right now I can say it's neck and neck, but it's still not looking good on Lando's side because he's been a Formula One driver longer than Piastri, and Piastri is still leading the championship. And I do agree. It got to a point where Lando, let me just look at it from Piastri's point of view. Piastri now knows, as long as I out-qualify Lando, the only way I'm going to lose this race is strategy.
Yeah.
But when it comes to pure pace, Oscar beats Lando. Yes. If you look at Hungary, if they're on the same strategy, there was no way Lando was actually going to win.
Hebu kwanza shelve the strategy.
And wait.
Shelve the strategy kwanza.
They did split strategies, and yes, Lando inside of his garage. Kudos to you guys, because they were like, hey, let's just go long. We do a one stop. But if you added like 2 or 3 more laps, that would have been Piastri's race.
Really? Do you think he would have been able to overtake?
Yes.
Yeah, he was
they
gaining
finished
on him.
0.7.
Yeah, he was gaining on him.
It's Hungary. Okay, 0.7 maybe in Spa, ungesema game overtake, but in Hungary, I think it's
that one straight. Piastri had fresher tires.
Okay.
kuna kitu nimekwambia shelve. I've told you to shelve the strategy talk for a bit. The reason I'm telling you to shelve it is because I've also voiced this out. I've voiced out that siko baya. The McLaren team will tend to lean towards Lando. They will tend to lean towards Lando. And the past 2 races, I think, 2 or 3 races, Lando has been given some really, really, really interesting strategies. Let me call them interesting because the team just wants him to win. Because the Hungary, he had no right winning because he fumbled the race at the beginning of the race. He lost places.
He had no right to win.
No, I mean, he had no right because, like, he was in pole position. No, was he in pole position?
He was
Charles
second.
Was in pole position.
Who?
Hungary.
Yeah. Hungary, it was Charles.
Sindo nasema Charles was in pole position. He was second.
Charles, then Piastri.
then
Lando was third. But Lando lost places.
He did. George, and I think Alonso was also somewhere in the
Yes. And for him to go ahead and turn it around, it wasn't entirely because of him. I mean, he had an exceptional drive. He tried his best to kind of mitigate the blunder that he had caused.
Doing the one stop, pulling a one stop.
Yeah, but that strategy was handed to him by his team. Kudos to his team.
There's a difference between the team and his side of the garage. Because now, Oscar's side and Lando's team, they are now going at it.
Okay, put a pin to that. I want coming to what you're saying. I wanted to know, like in the Norris camp, he said that after the blunder, they had no choice other than to try a one stop.
Yeah.
So you are saying that he is handed over. Me, I seeing it like they were put in a position whereby if to get good results, you have to gamble with a one stop. It's not like it was the better strategy. It is a situation that you find yourself in, and you have to think there and see how you're going to get yourself out. I don't think even Norris thought he will finish ahead of Nani. Of Oscar. He was looking at P2, actually.
I kind of agree. And the reason I'm saying kind of agree is because, yes, what you're saying is true. In the situation they were in, the only way they were going to, mitigate the damage of whatever had happened was to try a one-stop. But these guys knew they could pull off a one-stop. Let's not act like these guys didn't know they could pull off a one-stop.
The
reason I'm saying... Yeah. Oscar, Lando. These guys knew the McLaren, the whole McLaren team know they can pull off a one stop because they clearly have the fastest car. They're gapping cars with like 20 seconds right now in an average.
But why didn't they do that through Oscar?
And that's what I'm talking about. Because Oscar could also have done the one stop strategy.
He couldn't. Remember, Oscar had to react to Charles when he was coming into the pits. And remember, by the start of the race, we knew the Ferraris were faster than the McLarens. We knew Charles had more pace than Piastri. Things started spiraling down for Charles when
after he pitted.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
After he pitted.
So Piastri was fighting Charles. Piastri wasn't fighting Lando.
Yeah.
And Lando put himself in that position where he could do a one stop because Piastri had to pit to cover off Charles. So Lando was off at the front in fresh air. And he could go long.
Yeah.
It's
a situation that you've been put in, and you figure out how to get out of it.
This is not the strategic side of things where now Formula 1 strategy actually does matter. This is where now strategy does matter. Because
do you think the camp are sharing data? The two camps?
Of course, yeah, they are.
They're under one team.
And they are competing. Because if we are to look at the separate camps, maybe there's some data you can share, but kuna maybe some things you might decide to keep for yourself.
F1 movie ndio imekuchocha. F1 movie imekudanganya. F1 movie is lying to you, eh?
We want to be on 2 private networks.
Because like in quali, what you normally see is what did the other driver do? Like maybe you can look at sector wise and you see like, hey, this guy's faster.
They do that. They usually even share that over the radio, over the broadcast.
Yeah. But a driver, if he knows where the advantage is, he might decide maybe not to go full throttle in some places, so that not to reveal something, or do a very hot lap and then come into the pits.
And then hey, delete my data, but
don't plug my car. Don't plug. Do one very hot lap, then come into the pit. So he hasn't repeated the lap, so they don't have data to compare it to. So it's only one set of data that you can't compare it.
They still have data.
Okay, they still have data, but I know, but
Don't plug my cover. Nah?
what I know, remember the Hamilton and Rosberg? I don't think they were sharing data.
Really?
They had to be sharing.
They had to.
They had to be actually.
They had to.
Yes,
Yeah.
They had to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but we don't know.
But that's
This is not a
interesting.
factual show. Hey, what did we say? This is not a factual show.
Do we have any other team where we have two sides of the garage like fighting?
It's only the Mercedes time. That's the only time I remember.
George and Hamilton or
Hamilton and
Rosberg.
Rosberg. Yeah.
Maybe Red Bull, Vettel and Weber back in the day.
I wasn't watching for.
I don't know. Even me, I don't know there. I'm not sure.
Well,
Interesting.
now moving on to the Ferraris. Kumekuwa na some interesting things happening, and it's crazy hapa kwa time anaona 44. I've just mentioned Ferrari.
Hey, stick to the topic.
Ay, 44.
Bless you.
Tell us what's happening.
Hashtag blessed.
So let me start by asking. So what do you think happened to Charles in Hungary? Do you think it is a chassis problem or there are other underlying issues?
What's going on, bro?
What's going there? Because Russell said that car was nearly illegal because it was running too low.
Watu wa Mercedes tu akianza kuongea I have problems. Anyway, personally, they had an update. They had a flow update. If I was not wrong, rear suspension, not flow. They had a rear suspension.
No,
Flow.
whatever you're saying has to explain why the first stint he was fast and he wasn't fast in the second stint. Same race, same car, same everything.
He fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I hadn't seen something like that before.
You guys never listen to me when I tell you to listen down. Look, I would have made this. You guys. I have never seen Charles
in real time. I'll put it like this: in real time, and this is. I don't even want to put it out on air.
No, say it to the chest.
In real time when it was happening, you remember we were watching at K1 Clubhouse, and there was a promo going on. There's a distributor who had come to promo their stuff and everything, and they had like a segment where they had
the fortune teller.
They had a fortune teller. Now
Asparagus.
The curiosity in me, we were P2 at the time. No, we were actually leading the race. The curiosity in me said, no, let me go see what she's doing. So here's a lot of cards.
Oh.
Yes, pick one, and I pick a card. Now, on the sports side of things, I mean, my cards are generally good. On the sports sides of things, my card said, do not bet on your team today. Your team will lose. And I was like, bullshit. We are leading the race. We were leading the race. No sooner had I finished with that, Nikirudi took P4. And I was like, what is going on? Because I was sure for Rawin, even if you watch the fan cams, there's a point I'm telling people, hey, mimi leo, I even wore my Ferrari shirt, nilikuwa pale, hey, man, I love Ferrari. I was like, hey, expecting a win today, nothing less. Nothing less. The car had shown me some miracles, pale qualifications. I don't know what happened. Till now, I can't explain. But all I can say is, update-wise, I think this is our final update.
Really?
Yeah, it is.
Like what happened in the first stint that did not
as a Ferrari fan, like come on, you need to be asking these questions.
Because for sure we know that the somehow something happened to the car or something happened for the car to lose pace because it had pace.
Yes,
it had pace.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, I don't work at Maranello, but
no, come on.
I don't know.
You haven't had any theories. You haven't had any theories.
I've had so many theories, but what theory do you want me to tell you? Oh, okay, apparently the flow kulikuwa na shida fulani because heat dissipation wasn't working out as they expected. Or mara the suspension that they had ilikuwa ina channel air.
It has something to do with the tire. It has to do with the tire because that is the only thing that changed.
Because there's nothing I can say about it. There's nothing I can say about it.
Me, I will try to piece some pieces together.
There's nothing I have to say.
Okay. Now
you have a theory.
Your Ferrari membership should be
now we know Ferrari has been disqualified for running too low because that's where they're getting the performance and at the risk of kukula the skid. So I think that was going to happen, and they decided to mitigate that by increasing the tire pressures. And when you increase the tire pressure, you reduce the contact surface of the tire and you don't have that much grip. and that's when you lose performance. Charles came and said, "Oh, it is a chassis issue," but I didn't see. Did he collide with anybody?
Nope.
You know, the reason I
That makes sense.
I didn't want to lean into any technical theories is one reason. What Fred said, what Charles said,
Yeah.
and what the technical guy will F1, the guy who
The Afro guy.
yeah, what he said. There's a Caucasian, yeah. What they said, zilikuwa. Everybody had an individual take.
Which was?
I'm more curious on what did Fred say? Do you remember what Fred said?
Fred said they're looking into it, but he didn't really give anything away. He said something about they're looking into it.
And what did Charles say?
Charles said it was something to do with the suspension yake kulikuwa na shida sijui I don't know.
And it's not a PR stand?
I don't know. That's why I'm saying I don't know. Like, I don't know what to... I am so in no man's land.
Okay.
Niko in the water. Ushairushwa kwa maji hapo katikati tu. And I'm there.
No.
Niko hapo. Like, I can't say anything. Like, say, unaona, you know how I always have theories.
And Hamilton, and what is happening to Hamilton?
In the sand.
And what is happening to Hamilton now?
Hamilton, mambo yake ni ngumu. Kwanza,
bury your head in the sand, eh?
these guys want me to talk about the Ferraris. Tutafika kwa RedBull. Tutafika. They want me to talk about the Ferraris. Thinking
Misery loves company, bro.
Okay, with the Hamilton situation, we had Fred saying the first half of the season, the first 8 races, the first 6-7 races, he was actually trying to understand the car. And he said, after the first 6 races, umeona venye amekuwa kiperform vizuri, and I'm like, aje? Where? Which good performances? Because I haven't been seeing them. Now, the Hamilton situation is a bit trickier because some might argue that he still hasn't gelled well with the team because there is some frictious relationship between him and...
Hey, don't you dare. The scapegoat. Don't you dare say his name.
Dummy. Carlos Sainz former...
No. You can't put it.
You're just pointing fingers, but not pointing at the right person.
God damn it is.
Anyway, and then a few weeks... the first week, the first week into the summer break, tukasikia, Hamilton has had talks. And they're planning to change some personnel huko ndani. And I knew, somebody's going to get fired. I already know who it is. I know who's getting fired. But those talks have started. Now, at the time of this recording, there have been some rumors circulating that Hamilton might leave the team at the end of the season. And Carlos Sainz will join. Sijui sasa ni kama ni senior ama ni junior. For sure. Because Carlos has an existing contract with Williams. Now, how those rumors came to be, I can't even begin.
But they're not from Italy. The rumors are not from Italy.
They're not from Italy, yeah.
Of course, he can't quote his sources because he's the one who's doing it.
No.
Remember Canada.
This one actually there.
The source is
Fred's hit piece.
But that was...
Waangalie tu VPN, waende tu Express VPN waangalie.
And what do you think is happening in Ferrari? The Ferrari situation, especially what happened in Hungary?
I do agree. The only thing that changed was the tires.
Yeah.
Now, looking at how Charles was losing performance, it's all down to, of course, during the race, you can't change engine modes. Like, you can't decide to power down the PU. So what's the other thing that usually affects performance, for example, like down the streets? It's tires. Yeah. Now, there was this interesting shot where you could see George was going to overtake Charles. And then you could see George... Basically, you could see Charles was decelerating more than George.
Towards the end of the street.
Towards the end of the street. Now, you when you brake hard, you squish the car and you grind the floor. Now, maybe Charles already knew, like, hey, if you brake aggressively, you run the risk of plank wear. So maybe Charles had to run a bit more conservative. But I honestly think that from what Charles was saying over the radio, I know he said a lot of things. This is something that Ferrari knew. Because Charles was...
Since China. Okay.
Yeah, because Charles was saying, you guys, I wish you could have listened to me. We wouldn't have been in this situation.
In this situation, yeah.
So they went into the race knowing
it's a possibility. This will happen.
There's a scenario where we might actually lose race performance. And that's the situation that they got themselves into. So Ferrari know what exactly is going on. So this PR that is it's chassis, we look into it. The cat is out of the bag. Charles already gave like a hint. We already talked about it. So people know.
Okay.
And I don't like the way Charles nowadays is defending Ferrari. He used to, and I think we talked about it. There's a time Charles used to be very vocal, like more or less not criticizing, but like more or less telling the team to pull up their socks and everything. But nowadays he doesn't do that anymore. He's quiet.
You, this team has done a number of some of these drivers. Felipe Massa, Fernando Alonso, Vettel, Charles Leclerc.
I'm also going to put Carlos there. And do you think if Carlos was given that opportunity to come back to Ferrari or to go back to Ferrari, do you think he'd take it?
You know, I don't think he'll say no.
I
don't think he'll say no. If Carlos Sainz is given an opportunity to come back to his
you
he's
guys,
not saying no. He is not saying no.
Him in the most disrespectful way, bro.
Yeah, but he still owns a car that can win championships.
Hell no.
I don't think
Carlos has some self-respect. Yes, he does.
Championships don't have self-respect. You have to go get them.
When was the last time Ferrari won a championship?
It's been a minute.
Shut a mouse.
The last Ferrari race winner is Sainz.
It's been a minute. Listen.
And don't you dare bring up the sprint race. There's absolutely no way Carlos is going back to Ferrari.
Skizeni. I don't see a situation whereby this guy is offered an opportunity to challenge for wins and possibly even challenge for the championship, and he says no, because he's definitely not going to Mercedes. Red Bull are not challenging for anything. McLaren are full, and Ferrari is the only other place whereby he has some existing relationships there.
Come on. Like, if you are to look statistically, the probability of Ferrari winning a championship maybe in the next 3 years, depending on what,
it's higher than you think.
Since 2007,
I'd rather take my gamble on Williams, a team that's on the rise,
and Aston Martin, even Audi.
I'd rather gamble with Audi, man. Cadillac, when they're going to come in a bit late.
They're trying to be funny,
but not Ferrari.
The facts still remain. Statistically, and if you look at the data, if we are to work with probabilities, the probability of Ferrari winning a championship in the next 3 years is higher than you want to believe, or higher than you want to accept.
What is the possibility?
I know it's higher than 25%.
It's zero.
I know it's higher than 25%.
There have been so many regulation change since 2007. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, you can say regulation change sometimes.
There've only been 2 since 2007. 2, 3.
When we say about the next 3 years, I'm talking about now, like the change of regulation.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at how Ferrari has been
at the start of each,
like with rule regulation change and everything. And that's why I'm saying, like, the probability for me is not there. But the reason why I'm insisting on it is the way I've seen from my eyes how Ferrari operates. Ferrari, they are there for
heritage, man.
There's that. First of all, to be relevant, you have to, like, at least have 2 race wins. And if you have those race wins in certain places, the word Ferrari will never leave our mouths. The pundits, everybody who is talking will always be mentioning Ferrari. And that's a very clever way of remaining relevant for that long period without spending a lot of money on a car that can win majority of the races. You know, and I have to give it to you guys by the way.
Let him cook.
I have to give it to you. It's a very good way of remaining relevant. But in terms of like winning a championship, but a race, yes.
You're trying to tell me Ferrari are not interested in the championship. They're only interested in certain races.
They're interested in the money they get from Formula One. And the easiest way you can get it when you have a name like Ferrari is make sure you win just 2 or 1 race a year. Get like sort of a legend driver, because if you see how Ferrari does with the driver, they stay with the driver for a long period, like the way they stayed with Vettel. They don't take rookies, they take people who are already established, people who have a name to the sport.
But hasn't that changed?
Hey.
It hasn't changed.
It hasn't.
How did Charles get into the team?
No, why is Hamilton there? Let him cook.
No, Charles was in Sauber and
was Charles a rookie?
Hey, let him cook, bro.
Now, maybe I have to say something by there about Charles, and I maybe address Charles in the process. Charles is like the destined one.
It's not like he is.
He's supposed. He's like the
letting him
promised
down.
one who is supposed to come and
The Messiah.
like the Messiah.
Neo.
Yeah. and bring
Neo.
and bring prosperous times in Ferrari once again.
There's no Matrix 2 here. He's dead. He's gone.
But since he stopped criticizing Ferrari,
Accepted his fate.
he accepted his fate. The only thing he can do at the moment is him and Hamilton have to sing the same tune. It doesn't seem like, now it seems like Charles is fighting his own battles there. Hamilton is fighting his own battles there.
Hamilton is going through
It's
it.
not like
Hey.
they're in the same team. Max at least he says that this is a difficult car. Like, it's not like Yuki is a bad driver. It's not like Lawson is a bad driver. At least there, the drivers are singing the same tune. But in Ferrari, it doesn't seem like that. If the drivers came together and sing the same tune, maybe the team will listen.
Fred did say this though. Fred did say the reason Sainz was performing better than Hamilton was because Sainz was adept to adapting to cars because he's been moving teams since he got into the sport. He's been Toro Rosso, Mara kaenda sijui wapi.
Even Hamilton.
Not really. Hamilton has been staying long stints before he switches.
But
No,
he has switched. He has won
He only
championship
had one.
with two teams.
He only had one long stint at Mercedes.
Yeah. And winning a championship with two teams
I mean,
is no joke.
2007 to 2012, that's a sizable stint. That's a sizable stint.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
That's a sizable stint. Then he went to Mercedes and he stayed there for something close to 10 years, a decade. That's a decade plus. That's another sizable stint. So Fred has a point. And that's why Fred was saying, like, listen, he's still trying to adapt to the car.
BS.
And Hamilton is here,
BS.
Devoid of all confidence. He inabidi F1 gali na F44 gali waanze hapo saa kumwandikia text ati head up king, when he said he was useless and vitu kaa hizo. Sasa ni PR, ni propaganda we are going to deal with, ni gari tunataka. I don't know, but from what I'm hearing, the reports coming out of Italy, ni Ferrari are done with the 2025 car. They're now focusing on the 2026 car, and every time they say that, they just break a part of me, because I remember in 2020 they had given up on the regulations, the turbo hybrid era, and they said tukikuja ground effect mutati. Tukikuja ground effect
Tuliti.
yeah, I mean, we had really good
To some extent.
opening.
Mkafukuza
But
Binotto.
ni kutii kweli ama ni because the first race that we had a 1-2, we had a double Red Bull DNF. The second race wasn't really a 1-2. It was just a showing where Charles and Max could actually challenge for this title. The third race, Charles started falling off a bit. The fourth race, challenged. And he only challenged because kulikuwa na some strategy issues with Red Bull kiasi. Then the fifth race, the spin, France.
Well, Ricard happened the fifth race. I remember 22 was a back and forth between Charles and
Not really.
Max.
Just go check it out.
Until France.
The only
until
reason,
France.
Yeah, until France. The fifth race, the spin. Then kutoka hapo pengine domination.
By the what would you need to see in Ferrari that utasema now they are doing something, ama they are getting on track? What ukiona hivi utajua these guys are now.
Hamilton performing. I am convinced Hamilton. Do I say this?
Like he matching Charles.
Yeah. The moment I see Hamilton matching Charles,
Yeah.
I know the team is headed towards the right direction. The reason I'm saying that, I don't think Hamilton is able to bring a team from the ruins. I don't think he has that skill in him. I don't think, how Schumacher came to Ferrari and actually took the team from the dirt and actually akawainua. He lifted everybody up. And I'm not saying Hamilton isn't an inspiring figure or anything like that. He's so used to success because remember how he got into the sport. Kind of like Piastri. Got into a team that is already succeeding. They haven't gone through some challenges. Yeah, McLaren. When he got to McLaren, see, they were already winning. They were challenging for the title. Na vitu kaa hizo.
Who?
Hamilton.
Piastri. You just said Piastri.
Kind of like how Piastri got into McLaren. They only had 1 year to suffer. Then the second year they were good. Halfway.
This
But
is
if I look at it backwards-
Piastri is third year.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I look at it backwards, McLaren they went through some trouble.
When Hamilton was there.
No. As in before Piastri.
Yeah. See, it's only that 1 year. Then the 1.5 year.
Okay,
It's
I
the
digress.
1.5 year. But Hamilton's in Hamilton's case, when he went to McLaren,
So is that more of Hamilton or
let
more
me
of
finish,
Ferrari?
Let me finish. So when Hamilton joined McLaren, they're already winning. He's already engrossed in an establishment that is already winning. He has all the ingredients to perform. You get me? He left, he went to Mercedes. They only had 1 year to struggle, get adept with everything, then continue. Now he's coming to Ferrari, a team which has been struggling for decades. Yes, they've been challenging, but they've been struggling to get themselves over the line. And they think he was the ingredient to get them over the line because they expect, okay, listen, we have a good car. We have a fast car. He is a good driver. He is a fast driver. So we match them together, match made in heaven. Everybody wins. Yes? But that's not the case because the problem isn't the Ferrari car per se. It's everything about Ferrari as a culture, as an organization. That's really the problem. It's more than what meets the eye.
And do you think the car is like the ultimate form of how the organization runs?
Yes. And why I'd say yes is because Ferrari have never not had a fast car. There's no point in time we've ever sat here and said Ferrari don't have a fast car. They've always had a car.
There's this car, I think it calls the F14T.
I'm talking about the ground effect.
The one that oversteered and understeered at the same time anyway.
I'm talking about the ground effect error. We've never sat here and said Ferrari don't have a fast car. They've always been in the picture of fast cars. They will always be in the picture of fast cars. And the reason they'll always be in the picture of fast cars is because they have the infrastructure to build fast cars. That's something that we know. But a fast car is not going to win you the championship. It's a cocktail of successful ingredients. Ingredients that build success. A cocktail, leadership skills, a good driver, adaptability, not caving under pressure.
So
all these things.
You said if you see Hamilton matching Charles, that to me you're telling me it's more to do with Hamilton more than Ferrari, Ama?
Yeah, because
it's more to do with Ferrari shaping up. I believe Hamilton is used to the toxic culture. Charles has already Charles has already been enveloped by the toxic Ferrari culture. We've seen Ferrari break drivers. I've seen it happen live. We've seen it break drivers. I think Charles, being brought up in that environment, is already maybe immune to it. Yeah, I don't know if it makes sense.
So quick question, quick follow-up question.
Yes.
So Charles is ahead in the championship, right? I'm talking about Charles and Hamilton.
Yes.
Now, would you be okay if Charles and Hamilton were a few points, the gap was just a few points? Would you be okay with Ferrari's overall performance?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And the reason I'm saying yes is because it's showing me both drivers are actually extracting maximum performance out of that car. Because what now the championship is showing me is Charles understands this car better. Hamilton doesn't know anything. Okay, not that he doesn't know anything, but he's struggling to understand this car because the gap between Charles and Hamilton is more than it should be. The gap between them in the championship currently, it's more than it should be, considering who Hamilton is, a 7-time world champion and all the accolades that he's achieved over the years. It's larger than you'd expect it to be. I'd expect it to be a maximum of, say, 30 points. Not the gap that they have currently.
Now I see Mushiri's point. The Ferrari is not here to win championships.
Yeah, that's what I keep saying.
Even the fans are like, they just want them to be close.
As I say, the time I'll know Ferrari is concentrating on Formula 1 is when they start making off-road going cars. Because they care about the legacy, the cars they are selling. That's what they care about.
The 296, beautiful car. All day.
They make very beautiful road going cars. Like they make the best.
Sawa. Are we going to talk about Red Bull or not?
Hey, let's go.
Okay.
Misery loves company.
Sawa. My notes. Going to my notes. Anyway, nothing much to talk about Red Bull. Now, you guys have already retained what is going on? Because after Christian was fired, all of a sudden, Max to Mercedes rumors dropped. What is going on? Can you please shed some light into the situation? Because I don't really
about what,
Max? Yeah, Max to Red Bull. Max to Mercedes, I mean. Or the whole future of the franchise. Because when we were coming to record, nilisoma pale Red Bull fan zone. Nilisoma fan forum zenyu. That the Thai owners are looking at Alex Albon as the future of the franchise. He is the franchise boy. He's the franchise player.
Future of Red Bull.
Yeah, the franchise, yes. Yeah, because I don't think they're expecting Max to stay more than 3 years.
Actually, if you've been listening to what Max has been saying, it's like he's not talking about seeing being at Red Bull until the end of his contract. He's saying, hey, 20, as in, let's see how next year goes.
Yeah. And I understand it from his point. Like, you don't want to leave a team at the end of a certain regulation. You want to see how they'll perform. And I think Red Bull has next year only to prove to Max that they can build a championship winning car.
Next year, Red Bull have to come out swinging. Because if they don't...
How much faith
Max.
do you have
In Red Bull?
in Ford? Okay.
In Ford?
In Ford, Red Bull coming together.
So Red Bull powertrains are the guys who are doing the internal combustion engine. I believe the time that they spent with Honda, they've been able to ramp up their own expertise and knowledge about running an ICE. Ford will be handling the hybrid bit, and Ford already they have presence in motorsports, and they have experience in running hybrid cars, not just at consumer like road going cars, but also at sporting level. So I think Ford know their shit better. I expect maybe a few teething problems. Maybe that is what they could be going through right now. But the more interesting bits, as much as they've said next year is going to be a power unit era, the more interesting bit, I think, for me, it will be the aerodynamics and the mechanical bit of it. Because since Adrian Newey left, that is what Red Bull has been struggling with. The entire package of the car, not just the power unit, but how the car, the drivability of the car. So that's the mechanical platform and also the aerodynamics.
Packaging the power units, basically.
No, it's not just packaging the power unit.
No, I'm saying packaging in a sense of like the body of the car and everything involved.
As in the entire package itself, the aerodynamic platform. We're talking about the mechanical platform.
But
and also the power unit side.
Wasn't there talk that Adrian wasn't even the one building those cars? It was Pierre Wache.
The last year, because from what Christian said when Adrian announced his exit was, we decided to let Adrian focus on the RB17, the hypercar, and let Pierre Wache and the other team focus on the Formula 1 car, build that Formula 1 car. But you honestly can't say that Adrian's DNA or his handwriting is not
On the car.
Yes, it is.
Do you think aero will really impact the 2026 cars going forward? Because
Before I have something about Red Bull in terms of the confidence. I think it's. I expect Red Bull to perform better than this year, next season. Yeah. And it's from they had before Red Bull had Renault engines, which were terrible, but they did win 4 championship, and they got rid of your marriage, Elisha. They went to Honda and won championships.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, now Ford is coming. I don't expect. I do believe, unless kuna talent wash in Red Bull, but I think for the time I've been watching Red Bull since they were in Renault time, I think they had one of the most talented team in building a car. And that time they had Renault, they wanted Mercedes engine. Mercedes wakata because they knew they will do what McLaren is doing now. So they looked.
Mercedes walikata.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, walikata. So unless there's talent wash, if now they move to another, I don't expect much less than what they've been doing. Yeah.
Well,
my doubts are on because you're having a team that has never been in Formula 1 coming on board, having a regulation overhaul or a huge change on the power unit side.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting some teething problems between these two compared to, let's say, like a full wax team like Mercedes or Ferrari, where they build from front to back. I think
Let's compare it with like Honda when they came to Red Bull.
Yes.
Which year did they come?
Because you see, even Honda,
19.
Because even Honda, I think it was the first and the second year. They also had like teething problems.
Yeah.
Because Adrian was like, we need to package the car this way, and Honda was like, wait, yes, we still don't have the tech.
Where's the slicing part?
Yeah. We still don't have the tech to do that. Yeah. But in this case where you have Red Bull powertrains doing the internal combustion engine, then Ford coming with the expertise to do the electrical bits, it might work out. The probability of it working out are higher than it not working out. But I'm expecting some teething problems.
But everybody will be having teething problems.
I think for a full works team, they'll be having less problems. But my worry with Red Bull at the moment, because this is something that has been plaguing us since Barcelona last year. It's the it's the mechanical platform.
Yeah.
And
so like the way Max says is like driving on ice all the time.
Yes, it's the mechanical platform. And when you have this year, I think also now the aerodynamics has come into play. Because I don't know, we no longer have the efficiency that we used to have, you know.
And I hear that McLaren took the concept of Red Bull and made it better.
Which one?
The 2023.
In what sense?
You see the direction Red Bull had in 2023, they abandoned it and went with another philosophy. Now the abandoned philosophy of Red Bull is the one that McLaren took over and is now with it here. It's just like rumors.
It's interesting because I think the McLaren has very many tricks.
Not like one.
It's not just one.
A combination.
It's a combination of multiple things.
It's a Frankenstein of success.
Yes. Now, if you look at the different types of tracks we have tracks. I can say they majorly fall into three categories. Tracks that have high speed corners, okay. Tracks that have medium speed corners, and tracks that have low speed corners. Now, the majority, if you take all the corners, a huge chunk of those corners fall into the medium speed corners. And this is where McLaren is killing it.
Which car was riding the cabs like nobody's
McLaren.
business?
Even Ferrari rides cabs well, by the way. In Monaco.
No, there's one which was standing out.
So right now the McLaren, because if you go to almost all tracks, you will find tracks are littered with medium speed corners. That is where McLaren is killing everyone. Okay. Now that is one trick that they have up their sleeve. Of course, we know about the tires.
I think the tires is the biggest differentiator. Like it's the one giving them race wins.
Yeah, from the beginning of the ground effect era, tires have been a
how
big
you manage
factor.
the tires.
Tires have been a big factor in whether or not you'll be successful.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why.
I think in all motorsports.
Yeah.
Ever since from day one.
Yeah, but
if you're changing tires, that is.
But this year, this generation has really been, segmented by tires. Tires ndio zimekuwa ziki manage say. But hiyo story ya engine na power units, the engine and power units saga still have a lot on it. There's still some meat to that story because Mercedes have been complaining. These guys have been making a lot of noise. I don't know if you guys have been watching. Mercedes always saying? Making noise.
About Pius?
Yeah, for 2026 and beyond.
What are they saying?
They're still, hey, Mara, today they are convinced, tomorrow they are not convinced. The other day they're looking into Ford, maybe they're trying something legal. The next day they're saying Ferrari are the ones who are going to challenge.
Hey bro,
the day after that,
wait.
The day after that they're saying...
Which forums are these?
Yes.
Why are you reading this
The
stuff?
day after that, Aston Martin cannot get the Honda engines because these guys will be very, hey.
Which forums are these?
Kwani you guys are not on social?
Me, I haven't seen that, by the way.
I also haven't.
Kwani serious?
By the way, I heard you mention it and I said that is like... according to
you guys are not seeing the Mercedes propaganda train.
The people who have
Sports Hub or something.
the only people who
Mercedes Sports Hub.
They're just farming engagement.
I'm just
and you're swallowing it.
No. Listen. We always
You
talk
have to
about
do
Ferrari.
better, man.
We always talk about Ferrari. We talk about Red Bull. There's always one guy who's left out, and they feel they are a giant in the sport. We even give McLaren airtime that they do not deserve. But there's always one guy who feels like they're left out. Mbona mkuongelelea Mercedes? Why didn't you talk about Mercedes? We have to give them something.
Rumors.
Don't be greedy.
You're giving them rumors.
Na tunawapatia na tuna sprinkle it with the story, ile story ya Cadillac na Checo with whoever they're getting.
But really, what is there to say? Because me, I haven't heard anything, and in terms of the way I see, like George, he knows that 2026 a champion will be crowned, irrespective of sijui rules, teething problem, nini, bora kutakuwa na championship and he's there to deliver. That's all I know about George and Mercedes. I have
he's
nothing
there to deliver. What are you saying? Are you saying like George will challenge or something? Are you trying to insinuate that George will be at the forefront?
I think he might. If Mercedes
come out with a good car.
Yeah, swinging. And you know George right now, he can breathe a sigh of relief.
Kwanza say this is his prime.
Because Max is no longer being CC'd in
But
emails.
do you think he felt threatened?
Of course. What are you talking about? Do you remember last year Qatar when George, you told me he's going to the wall, he's a bully. Do you remember? I told you one thing. Have you ever had Toto say that George is going to be a future world champion? Never.
Mr. Asparagus.
Never. And I remember even that episode I told you guys, if Max sent an email and said, hey,
I want that seat.
I want that seat. Toto won't even think twice about it.
Okay. Yes, we agreed, but we didn't. But in terms of who will be kicked out, that was the
George, of course.
I'm still leaning.
That's a no-brainer, man.
I'm still leaning on Kimi. I think.
Hey. And I'm saying this as a George fan.
Cap. Stop the cap.
Hey, I'm actually one of the biggest fans of George Russell.
Ile story yangu ya Lando Norris sasa. You see,
you whip.
It's like
you whip something and then unamwambia. and you just came from whipping him.
I know it's a backhanded compliment. I have never thrown shade on George. Come on.
You're just
oh, blimey. Oh, sugar.
Anyway,
that's a penalty. He moved on the break.
Oh, by the way, something on the regulations of 2026, because I don't know what's his name, but he's with the FIA and is concerned with the regulation. He said they are trying to address the concern, especially of lifting and coasting, so that, the battery is big. You need to...
they're taking away the MGU-H?
Yeah. But the concern is the size of the battery and to fill it. To fill it up, regenerative braking, harvesting. You need a very long period of time to harvest because the battery, it's big. And that's why the drivers, Akina Max, even Stroll,
Elon Musk coming F1.
And also they've reduced the power that's coming from the internal combustion engine. So
yeah. So
you spend more time harvesting.
Game's gone.
Harvesting.
The game's gone.
So do you know what he said? They're looking at ways how they can cap the harvesting. Like you can harvest, but you can't harvest
beyond a certain limit.
Yeah, which let's say this is the size of the battery. Let's say this is the size of the battery. You can't fill the battery. You can put it up to here.
How they capped
so that drivers don't have to lift and coast. Yeah, which then why do you have that size of a battery? Okay, but that's me.
Well, that's maybe makes sense. That's why Isotox F1 will finally fully ditch the whole hybrid, whatever going on. Then wataenda. I know ni propaganda, but you've been hearing talk about the V10s kurudi na vitu kaizo. Maybe that's why, because there are people asking the same questions you're asking here. Why do you need a battery if you're going to also put caps on the battery and
So if they do that, then the cars are going to be significantly slower. Because if I harvest less, then it means I have less to deploy per lap.
It's about where you deploy it, because they have removed the other component which helped in low revs.
The MGH with spooling the turbos.
Yeah. So they okay. It's the heat. Okay, and let me go back to
find your words.
And I am always against removing that thing. You see, when the car, when they don't need the turbo to spin, maybe it's at high rev and everything, the extra spinning of the turbo is the one that was used to harvest that energy back to the to the battery. And you could deploy that battery to spin that turbo at low revs so that you get the boost almost immediately. That is the thing they removed, and replacing it with a bigger battery. Now, the efficiency of harvesting, first of all, imeenda chini. First of all, you won't be able to harvest as much as you used to harvest before. Now you have this battery, but what I know, you can take the power back to the turbo for deployment. So, to answer your question, you are saying. About harvesting, but I'm bringing the aspect of how you deploy it, because you might choose to deploy it at certain places to give you an advantage. So it's like the way WRC cars used to do it when they had the hybrid, is they know this is the stage. This is the stage. Upper there's a crest. Here there's this. So in the map of the car, they already mapped how it will going to be deployed. Maybe they will deploy out of this corner. So they know out of this corner it will deploy. It is not something the driver does. It does itself. So but it is triggered by the accelerator and or basically the behavior of the car when you press the accelerator. So even how you deploy that power is very essential when you're competing with one another, especially wheel-to-wheel racing.
Well, it's the same thing as Formula One, where they map the track and then they say this particular areas is where we're going to deploy.
Yeah, and this is where you're going to harvest.
Yes.
So it's
harvesting is automatic. The thing is just how much are you harvesting? Because also when you harvest more, harvesting and engine braking, I can say there's a correlation.
But can't you harvest more to protect yourself on the Camel Street on Spa, while knowing that maybe on that first corner no one can overtake you there?
You can harvest more, but see the thing, deploying your battery at higher speeds doesn't make any sense. You are using that energy less efficiently, if I can put it that way.
So you deploy after a slow corner.
Yes, when you're getting out of a corner, that is when
you need the extra boost. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because on a straight, let's say for example, you've already hit let's say 320. ERS won't. As in there now, it's aerodynamics. That's making sure that you are not accelerating faster. So even if you deploy your battery, you are not going any faster.
I'm thinking about what you said particularly. You said something about these cars will be slower, less powerful than the previous generation cars.
Yeah, they already predicted that. They said yes from the simulations they've done, and now that they're harvesting less.
But I've also thought about another caveat. Remember, we're having smaller cars for next year. We're not having the big bulky cars. And
wait, and the weight has the weight gone down?
Yes, it has.
Yes.
Okay.
Not significantly.
Yeah.
But the size in terms of dimension, not even I can say significantly, because when you
weight,
I'm saying the size dimensions. We can say significantly because it's affecting both the length and the width.
Bro, and they also have smaller tires.
Like the radius or the width.
The width is fine.
The width.
This is a nyuma ni nono kidogo za mbele ni.
Yes, the width of the tire.
Oh, the width of the tire.
They reduced it.
I don't have an issue with that.
Come on.
You want?
Okay, listen. What's the aim for? What was the cause? The reason for them doing whatever they did? Si ilikuwa to make racing more close.
No, it's sustainability.
Okay, yeah, because they have the 2030 whatever they have to meet. They have the 2030 goal they have to meet, the net zero carbon emissions. Yes, definitely. But also still,
it's business, come on. This is entertainment. Think about it this. Our favorite movie, the movie that we love to clown, it's all about family. If Fast and the Furious, 1, 2, 3, all the way up to X, was about the same story. Come on.
11 inatoka lini kwanza.
Just flip it.
And in Formula 1, by the way, in the whole of Formula 1, the emissions comes most from the traveling. It's not even the racing. Yeah. It's traveling.
And then
Vettel was whatever they said is Chana Vettel. Whatever they said was they talked about close racing and the maana wakaleta active aero. Nini?
Sorry.
Wakaleta active aero, wakaleta hizi vitu zingine mingi. They also reduced the size so that these cars can overtake each other kwa unajua that kashikeni pale Monaco. Zinaweza overtake pamoja.
That's not happening.
So, hey, it's a waiting game. We'll have to wait and see because
it's not Monaco. It's not.
Mimi kwanza have problems with the kwanza tracks kama Monaco because this year we could have gotten a win. There was a win somewhere in the horizon.
It was predicted. A predicted win did not.
Kidogo tu.
Sijali.
Yeah. But anyway, 10 races left. Any hot takes for the remainder of the season? As we wrap up the episode.
Hot takes.
I already wrapped up the championship. I have no hot takes.
Number 33 yanze kuoshwa.
Kitambo tena sana. Bro, if the McLarens haven't proved to you right now that they are capable of winning on all tracks, then I don't know. I don't know what more evidence you need.
Wait,
Wakuje Monza. Wakuje
McLaren
Monza.
will be using next year. Will be using the Mercedes Nini.
Pius.
Yes.
Yeah.
Long working relationship.
Hey, Monza. But you know Ferrari.
Monza, Singapore.
Ferrari have been cooking something for Monza.
What do you have anything for Monza?
Yeah, definitely.
Of course.
It is already ready.
Even before Hamilton said yes to Ferrari,
Ilikuwa.
they're already sticking 44.
I don't know, but the good thing, okay. The good thing about, you see, where Ferrari will suffer, our suffers, especially for the plank. You see where there's those high-speed corner where we see skids. There, when people are going flat out, you see. Unaona,
Even in Monza.
But where in Monza do we see those skids? At turn 1?
No, after the chickens kuna kona hiyo straight flani.
That long straight.
Yo kwa hizo the trees hapo.
That long straight.
Parabolica.
Yes, after Parabolica.
After Parabolica.
That finish straight, yes.
Because if the same thing that happened, as you mentioned, like when you were at the end of that straight, Charles was like lifting off. I hope that doesn't come into play.
Bro, it will.
It will.
Unless Ferrari are going to decide, hey, we are going to do mediums. And a soft. We are not going to hard.
Listen, I am not worried.
Because
Listen, I am not worried.
Listen, you know, for Hungary, you need that downforce. You need that downforce.
The same kiburi.
See story na kiburi.
When you visit that lady with those cards, it's the same kiburi.
Okay, look
sorry,
at
Mushir, yeah.
Look at this. In Hungary, they needed that downforce, and they knew that if you maintain that downforce, and at the end of that first corner, you're going to wear the plank a lot. At least in Monza, they don't run that much high downforce. Yeah. So the only thing the Ferrari need to figure out is how to take the Parabolica. If you figure out the Parabolica, you'll be fine. Because the other is just straight.
I don't see Ferrari doing wonders at Monza. I'm calling it.
They have a chance. So long as they find a way to sort taking that Parabolica.
Well, it's already said Ferrari are no longer introducing updates. Now, maybe unless they find a way to... unless Ferrari finds a way of coming up with a different setup to make sure that they don't get themselves in that situation again, where they have to run higher tire pressures so that the car doesn't run low, which I think it's more of a suspension problem than a tire problem.
Yes.
So
and it is a new suspension for this year, which they revised.
They switched up the format that they've been.
Monza is not happening, bro.
Yeah.
Max
is going to come a wing this
Max. They need to trim. I don't want to see Oracle. I just want to see.
Yeah. Because now it has been established that rain, even if it is predicted rain, they are not going to race when there's rain.
Yeah, FIA need to be consistent.
Yeah. We are not racing with rain, so trim that wing.
Mi nimekaa hapa nikijua you're not getting another win, but ni sawa.
Another win is in the books.
Kuna win man.
I am calling it. Another Max win is in the books.
Okay, so that's it then. Umesema you guys are winning something. You are not living. You're not living.
We are pulling a Denzel. We're not living.
We're living here with something.
We're living here with something.
Aye, cool. So that's been it, guys. The Red Bull guys.
Hey, hot take.
Si mimi nishasema. Si Monza. Si ndio nimesema Monza. That's
not a hot take.
In Singapore, you don't have hopes in Singapore?
Si nasema Monza na Singapore.
Hey, no way.
But like
Can't beat McLaren at Singapore.
Oh, my hot take is that Lando is winning the championship. That's my only hot take.
Aston Martin can actually even beat you guys at Singapore. I've called it here. That's a hot take.
Yeah. We'll see. Anyway, my hot take, if I was to have one, apart from Kenya nimesema already, maybe Lando winning the championship. That's the only thing I'm seeing.
Oh, my hot take, there's an award for Rookie of the Season. Bortoleto. That's my hot take.
Yeah, there's a possibility because of how Sauber have been performing recently.
Not Haja?
Sauber,
I know Haja has been performing.
We've been watching races na nikiuliza watu driver of the day nimesikia Bortoleto hadi niko like, kwani are you related?
No, it's only Bortoleto right now because they brought an update. Where was he? He was nowhere.
I'm speaking about
Red Bull. Your colors are showing, your biases are showing.
I'm speaking about whoever will win Rookie of the Season. It's an award that will be given, isn't it?
Bortoleto was in the gutters at the beginning of the season.
I'm talking about whoever will. It's a hot take. if I said Haja, I don't think it will be a hot take.
Oh yeah, there's also that aspect of things.
Yeah.
He has to say something that is.
Outtake would be Colapinto with his 8 races.
Colapinto kwanza we
Colapinto
Colapinto ni ngumu. Anyway, that's been it. Thank you for joining us here. Please, if you want to see more of us, if you want us to continue doing this, delivering on time, like that thing. Like, share, subscribe. Yeah? And where are we meeting? 31st. Where are we meeting on 31st August for the Zandvoort or the Dutch GP? Where are we meeting?
K1
Clubhouse. Will you be there? 31st.
I'll check my calendar.
Check your calendar. Yeah, so 31st tutakuwa pale K1 Clubhouse. Come join us. We'll be watching F1 on the main screen.
Football season is back, but
F1 has been here. Ndio umekuanzia football season is back, but F1 has been here.
The screen still belongs to F1.
Yeah, the screen, I'm sorry, I'm a little under the weather, ndio maana hata leo contributions zangu zimekuwa under the weather.
See Ferrari?
Yeah, it's this Nairobi weather, you know. But we are glad that you guys are tuning in. Keep commenting, make sure you keep being active in the group, keep being active in the community by joining us at K1. You know the summer break has been long. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. We know we have. We also want to hear your hot takes. So tafadhali your segment your hot takes, leave it in the comments down below. Okay. And I've been your boy AS, a troubleman himself, twice as nice, smooth as ice, never had a bad day in my life.
You have a cold, what do you mean?
Hey, bad day. You're having a bad day. And you're having a bad season for that matter.
I mean, you know, when life gives you lemons. Exactly. And to my right,
Done.
Apologize kwanza to the fans last week au kuwa bana. Walikuwa nashangaa huyu jamaa kwa.
Where were you? We did not even say where you are. Maybe you can say where you are.
Tutapatana K1 31st.
Tutapatana K1 ueleze. Aya, and to my left,
Mushiri
the start one. So keep it Pitboard discussions. Catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Also follow us on socials. Uko TikTok tuko, IG tuko. For the link, if you want the WhatsApp group, ask for the link. Utatumiwa. Hakuna mtu atakunyima the link. I will personally send it to you. Yeah? So catch you guys at F1, K1 Clubhouse pale panaitwa aje hiyo part, Ojiji Road. K1 Clubhouse on 31st. Peace.